call me up the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night. She had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check into golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my zit the back that like a popo. Don't do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the in the gently. Ain't been friends with these. When I was down, I so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my ring. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting guap. Got a big Benz like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's talking.
I got that check into golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life?
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. He'll be dropped at the 30, but a shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a handoff running off tackle right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Gone!
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Lucky 56!
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there, bank at the 39-yard line.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Detroit! 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 Gone! 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 Gone!
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. An update now from out in Southern California. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. Derrick Henry, a first-quarter touchdown there. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and throw for it here. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Back to throw here. He's going to fire one deep over, and he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes that are going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Lucky 56. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And an alley to run. Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Giovanni Bernard, 77 yards. And the Broncos are in for 6. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream up right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Kiki QT with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He's going to try and go deep again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Green 39! Green 39!
They go play action here on first down. Going for the deep ball. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off of play action. Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Martinez. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now it's Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for the Broncos. .56 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
He'll get it up the middle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind from him.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now here come the Raiders. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Over!
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. He's going to sling this deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Darnold. And he's got his man on the out route. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And remember, he had 1 blocked earlier. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as he'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. Looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Faking the give, Darnold rolling to his right. Escapes the defender. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
2nd down and 10. Darnold trying to lay one up deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to go. It's Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. Then his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball in the coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He's going to get it running right. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Probably going to have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one. But I don't think they're built like that.
Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
Watch it now, Barney. Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient. Followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Darnold. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. No carry for Bernard. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Three down. Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going up top. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that I always...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. In for the score. And the Broncos add on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So out come the Raiders. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. They'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 26, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. Looking to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. And got his man complete. On third down, that is a big-time play for the Raiders. 51 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tech McKinley, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Gun! 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 Gun!
He'll drop to throw. Buying time. Now loose football. The ball comes out. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here. And now this happens, another turnover, not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. Whoosh. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Being chased out left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. He's set, and my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
Now Bernard. And an alley to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Going right side here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off of play action, Darnold. Open man, the tight end Rodgers. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, it's been a lot of...
And now here's another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And Darnold wants to throw the football. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Play action. It's Darnold. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Denver, and even 50 yards. Explosion plays always break the back of a defense, in overtime to put them in the red zone. That was huge.